Итак, дамы и господа, мы продолжаем прохождение Starfield. Какая-то неоднозначная игра, по крайней мере для меня. Не могу сказать, что она мне прям нравится, но не знаю, какая-то вот она просто вот какая-то. Так, там у меня было... Давайте я звук проверю. Да, все вроде бы нормально со звуком. Появился он в созвездии, но вчера решали мы на стриме вопросы электрики, блядь. Поговорить с сержантом Юми. Так, а ну-ка давай-ка мы теперь посмотрим деятельность. Ознакомьтесь с терминалом поручения созвездия, а потом с вот этими ребятками поговорим, они дадут еще какие-то задания. Какие-то задания. Так, поговорить с Сарой о первой миссии. Давай я немножечко сделаю побочек. Так, по Старфилду я не думаю, что буду делать сильно длинные серии, по крайней мере пока.
Okay, let's take a look.
Ну, допустим.
Stay safe, okay?
И нахуй я их отдал, блядь. Ага. Найдите биота. Мы ищем опытного для обследования Тарнис. Ага. Психотропная биота. Рацион, да. Давай я их все возьму, не факт, что я их все буду делать. Ух ты, ёб твою мать. Так, а что у них тут есть, кстати? Так, ну мне это не нужно. Пока мне это не нужно. Так, звездный рай, сопротивление. Рейдерский ранец. Слушай, а что оно дает-то это все? Ладно. Опа. А что за выход в колодец-то, блядь? Ну ладно, я думаю, это мне первый раз, если что, вернемся. Ну, конечно, эти загрузки, это пиздец, блядь. Так. Какая-то муть. Муть и жуть. А если интересно точки быстрого перемещения? По городу, я имею в виду.
Another day?
После Старфилда, наверное, сыграем в Фифу. А после обеда, наверное, возьмем Ведьмачка. И, кстати, сегодня понедельник. Ребят, тем, кто работает сегодня, хорошего рабочего денька. Ну, какая-то бессмыслица, просто бегаешь, бегаешь туда-сюда, блядь. О,
Well, hello. You hear about the job by any chance? The officer over there can help you with any bounty issues. Part-time security officer. The position's very flexible. You can basically work whenever you're available. No pressure. We've had some gaps in the schedule lately. Macy's out on maternity leave. Jose's on loan to Sidonia. It brings a pause type of situation. So really, we just need someone to fill the void. Interested? Well, first things first, I have to ask. Do you have any security experience at all? It sure counts for something. I mean, you're alive. And resilience is definitely an important trait for any officer. Well, I think I've heard all I need. Your first assignment couldn't be easier. Go to Mast and check in with Agent Plato at Aegis. There was a package left at a dead drop, and they need UC security to handle it. He'll fill you in on the details.
так.
You know, MAST, the Military, Administrative, and Scientific Triumvirate. Giant building in the center of the city? Headquarters of the entire United Colonies? I really should have given you a more thorough interview. Aegis? They're basically UC intelligence. They help identify threats to New Atlantis before they become problems. While we're separate departments, there are times we need to rely on each other, so it's important to keep a good working relationship. We do Agent Plato this favor, and maybe he'll toss us some intel when an investigation stalled. Tit for tat. You know how it works. Well, just because you're bringing it here doesn't mean that's where it'll end up. As for why, you can ask Aegis. As far as I'm concerned, it's none of my business. Let me know if you have any questions.
Так, ну-ка давай-ка смотреть, что они дали из активностей. Так. Гагарин, Аливас. Так, а я так и не почитал, для чего мне будут нужны лучше эти перки, какие лучше здесь прокачивать. Ну, наверное, на здоровье да на оружие. Это чё, ночь наступила? Ой, пардон, господа. Беготни, мне кажется, еще больше, чем в Death Stranding. Да, им надо было добавить, конечно, точки быстрого перемещения, потому что, ну, это какой-то трэш, блядь, просто. Все туда-сюда бегать, блядь, на каждое задание, ну, блядь. Ну, уже вы меня простите, уже вы меня извините. Но это не так должно работать. А у нас ночь. Что так игра просаживается? Не знаю, сколько кадров, но... Но стабильности я пока не наблюдаю. Объединенные колонии.
You are, of course, welcome at any time here in Mast. Same as anyone. I'm afraid I'm not at liberty to discuss the details of my division's work. No. My parents would never have been so presumptuous. Every agent who joins Aegis gets to choose a pseudonym, pending approval, of course. I chose this for myself when I signed on. I have, of course, since learned that I am not nearly as smart as I thought I was as a younger man. I suppose none of us are. We're the intelligence arm of the United Colonies. Think of it this way. UC security responds to threats. It's Aegis's job to anticipate and prevent them.
Да если что, выйдем в космос, полетаем, блядь, на чем-нибудь.
The intelligence division here in Mast.
Побегаем по планетам хоть каким-то.
Projects and agents in the field, and I'm afraid that's about as much detail as I can give you. All you really need to know is that we're here to serve and we're the good guys. Our main priority is the safety and security of the citizens and assets of the United Colonies, wherever they may be.
Ну, если что, может, и придется идти по пути корпоратов, ну, корпоратов, ну, этих, так.
That is a word that has been used, both for good and ill, to describe us at times.
Что у него за импланты?
Well, you're certainly entitled to that opinion, and there are plenty of others who share it. We'll be looking out for you just the same. Ah, right.
Ну, диалога вроде бы добавили много.
You're taller than I expected. Statistical average psychological tendencies, a sergeant's need to tower over his subordinates. But really, it was just a joke. I meant nothing by it. In any case, let me fill you in. We have a dead drop that we think has been compromised. So I'd like someone from UC Security to handle the pickup instead. Take the package back to Sergeant Yumi, and he'll check it in as evidence before it gets routed back to Aegis. Well, I told the sergeant that anyone hired for this job should get my stamp of approval first.
Ты там еще что-то решаешь,
Just
блядь.
this sort of work isn't part of your normal detail. We think non-UC affiliated groups have their eye on it and are using it to identify field agents. Normally, we just burn the location, but we didn't get this intel until after the drop. So we're going to need non-Aegis personnel to do the pickup to cover our tracks.
Ладно.
Take the NAT to the spaceport. There should be a Galbank ATM right next to the station. The package is taped under one of the benches. Grab it and deliver it to Sergeant Yumi and the job's done. You really should know better than to ask for classified intel. What is this, your first day on the job? Don't worry, I'm just giving you a hard time. I still can't tell you what's in the package, though.
Блять, они его взяли на работу просто от балды, блять. А потом иди принеси какой-то пакет, блять, забери. Ну, пока играю, пока тупые миссии в начале.
I have a feeling today's going to be a great day.
Очень не очень эти миссии, я вам могу сказать. Ну, на новом Монике, кстати, играется прикольненько. Хотя я переходил с 32 монитора на 27. И тот 2К. Большой был 144 Гц на VA матрица. Этот 165 Гц на Rapid IPS матрица.
What was the name of that guy? The contact for the job.
А чё так... это так и задумано. Блять, они этими подзагрузками вот реально подзаёб.
Still have questions? Go ahead and ask. Nicely done. It's really hard to find good help these days.
Так ты чё, посыльный, блять? Агент посыльный?
Be turning around. We've gotten a lot of new personnel as of late, not just you. Who knew all I had to do?
Тангента на рацию кажется такой... Вот, я бы не стал набирать людей с улицы.
Well, I have you now, so I probably won't hire another person for a while. Anyway.
Какие-то они, блядь, все добрые, няшные, как, сука, в этом, в Гарри Поттере, блядь. Так, ну-ка, погоди-ка. Давай смотреть задание. Исследование Тернис. Так. Ну, я думаю, что надо, конечно, встречаться вот с этой теткой. Но я думаю, что мы сейчас сделаем вот так. Я думаю, что, по крайней мере, вот эти побочки добегать и уже перед заданиями созвездия. Хочется как в Сайберпанке, да, перепрыгнуть. У нас еще панк. У нас еще панк на дворе, так сказать. И ведьмачела. И ведьмачела. Так. Я ж там выбирал, что родители, да, живы, да. Хотел бы я, чтобы отец был жив. Ну, такое дело.
What? Well, I'll be. Honey, we got ourselves a visitor. I'll get the coffee brewing.
Oh my God! Oh,
Тут что-то она явно старше
heart attack.
отца.
Not that we're not thrilled to see you, son, but I thought you were under contract with Argos Extractors. Is everything all right? Well, I'll be. Constellation? Is this one of those candid camera vids? A joke?
My child is a member of Constellation. I just knew you were special.
Да, ну,
Didn't I always say
цвета
that you
немножко у
were
меня
meant
сейчас
for great
перенасыщены
things?
на мониторе. Но это для игр, это, конечно, прикольно, так.
Well, I know what I've read about in the news. The explorers. Years ago, there was a stretch where Constellation was in fashion. People would gossip about them all the time.
Ой, я опять не посмотрел,
I
как
must
моды
say,
эти
it's been a
добавить.
while since
Почему
I've heard
не
anything about
добавляется?
them,
Ну,
though. Glad to know they're still around. Oh, say again? I should record that and play it back. Mom, you were right. Oh, but you didn't give me any notice. If I'd known, I'd have your favorite meal in the oven. And your room is just a mess. Although that's how you left it.
Easy, honey. Let the boy catch his breath. Why don't you settle in? You know you're always welcome.
так. А кофе где? Я не буду с своего дома
Magical, like a storybook.
брать ничего.
I still can't believe it. Constellation. The stories make them seem so exotic, so, well, romantic almost. But how is it for real? You liking it? It's funny how you can live years where the days all
Ну,
blend
хоть
together.
ответы более-менее многие не сделали дебильными, а похожими хотя бы на то, что можно ответить.
You are now officially looking at a retiree. Taught my final class last Thursday. The faculty threw me a party and everything. It's too bad you weren't here then. You could have had some cake. I gave it my good old college try. You see what I did there? Enough about that. Anything you want to talk about before you have to go? I mean, stay. Stay as long as you like, but I imagine you're all excited to get to discovering.
Понятно, танк намекнул.
You know, it's supposed to be us taking care of you, right? I'd like to say we'll pay you back the money you sent home.
Ой,
Well, I
дурачок.
appreciate it. We appreciate it. more than you know. Planning a proper, honest-to-goodness vacation. Nothing too fancy. I've been promising your mom a trip for years, and I got no excuses now. Your mother's been sending me links all day about such and such deals and excursions, but it'll be good to get out. Retirement's treating me well.
Пенсия,
There
так.
are some days I almost missed the classroom. Don't say anything to Mom about this, but she got some work done at Enhance. She keeps looking younger every day, I tell her. Not that I mind. It's good to have you home.
Так, ну и с его мамой надо
I
поговорить.
can't get over you being here. And it's not even Mother's Day. So, I gotta ask, is there anyone special in your life? With you being in Constellation now, I imagine you are quite the catch. Just so you know, your dad cannot wait to be a grandpa. So don't keep him or me waiting too
Короче,
long.
значит, здесь с кем-то можно будет замутить. Ну, по идее, должно быть логично, раз это РПГ.
I know you didn't live in this
Лишь бы только не
world,
повесточки
but
эти
I wanted to
пидорастические, или
consider
хотя
this
бы,
your home away from
чтобы
home.
их не навязывали.
Your bed is always yours, no questions asked. I mean, well, I will ask questions, but you can stay here no matter the answers. No bother at all. Stay as long as you like. Anything you want to talk about, dear?
Дорогая.
Now that
Ну,
we're
они
both
дорого
retired
живут, а
men,
пусть живут дорого-богато.
trying to push
Это
your
все-таки
father to do
родители,
things.
поэтому
Dance lessons, vacation, take some courses.
пусть живут.
I'm really interested
Ну так,
in
ребят, всем еще
colonial
хорошего
books,
дня
but
трудового.
he's just happy as a clam reading in his chair for hours. Wants to know the history
Ну,
of
игра
every
долго
little
очень
thing.
вкатывается, я могу
It's nice
сказать,
to have
очень
time to
долго
do it,
вкатывается. Кстати, вы на мониторе, ну, блядь, короче, на стриме.
Well, one of your old
Картиночку
classmates
видите
named Jonathan
не такую
P. Bella.
насыщенную, как на Монике.
Father was
Я
bragging
даже
for
вот сейчас
hours.
сравниваю на одном, втором
Can't wait to
мониторе
tell you
на
about Constellation.
телефоне. Вот. Так,
Talking with you has made my day. I'm being serious.
так, какое задание у меня сейчас открылось? Так, они опять предлагают поговорить с бароном, принять грузовую миссию. Ну, вот эти я все доделаю. По крайней мере, постараюсь. Ну, вот игра как-то нестабильно работает. Не могу сказать, что она прям ужасно работает, но не могу сказать, что и хорошо. И это с включенным FSR 2. И не могу сказать, что я вижу прям, ну, какие-то мега-артефакты. Да, если, может быть... Вот тут что-то мерцает. Ну, не видно, что оно там прям мерцает. Нормально работают все эти технологии DLSS, артефакт 2 и все там... Ой, FSR 2, артефакт 2, то есть... никого не слушайте, включайте там мыло, шмыло, это... Можно сидеть на форумах, такие срачи там раздувать по этому поводу, но это реально того не стоит. Это просто какая-то мега придуманная херня, но опять же надо учитывать, что кристаллы, нанопроцесс потихонечку упирается в свои возможности, там 7 нанометров, да, ну сколько, 5, а потом что делать с кремнием, поэтому Хуанг и пошел на продажу технологий там. То он продавал DLSS, то лучи, то сейчас там генерации кадров, да, то еще там что-нибудь.
Ah, well, isn't this a pleasant surprise? I hadn't expected to run into you again. Yes, well, I had good reason to be distressed. You had already helped me establish that there is something unprecedented going on with this tree. Now my superiors have been made aware. There is growing concern. Oh my. A bit of an unintentional pun, isn't that? Well, concern that things are going to get worse. The data we gathered points to a definitive trend. The vibrations coming from this tree are increasing in strength and frequency. Because we've never seen this before, not on this scale, we have absolutely no idea what the upper limit is. We don't know when or even if this will stop. It's imperceptible by normal human standards now, but given time. While I hesitate to speculate on the possibilities, well, none of them are good. I am attempting to formulate one, yes. But until I have all of the relevant information, it is impossible to do so. There is data regarding other...
Ребятки, все видео дублируются в ВК. Переходите в группу, заходите, там есть все. Все, что есть на YouTube.
What? No, that is ridiculous. I am a professional. One of the other researchers in MAST, Emilio Hadek, has research I believe could be vital to my work here. He and I don't see eye to eye, and so far he's refused to turn it over to me. I'm hoping that if someone else were to ask, he might be more inclined to relinquish it. What do you say? He's held a grudge against me for years. It's petty, really. I'm sure he thinks that doing this now will hold back my career. He wouldn't listen when I tried to explain this isn't about me. There are bigger concerns. I suggested nothing of the sort. Although, now that I think about it, I confess, I wouldn't mind seeing that. Anyway, no. I just need his data. I am sure that can be acquired without force, or the threat of it. 90% sure. The last time I saw him,
так, но у меня не прокачаны дипломатические всякие диалоги, поэтому
I'm sure you'll find him there.
без силы не обойтись. Так.
When really keeps the distribution center.
Mind your step. Important research happening here. Could you stand a little to the left? I think you're blocking my readings.
Получить от вас некоторые данные. Так. Я тоже занимаюсь мастером, нужны, да? Ну, давай напрямую.
What? You've got to be kidding me. Is he seriously that desperate? No. No way. Kelton is actively ruining my career. There's no chance that I'm helping him with anything.
Карьерист и сука, блядь.
He's on about? He's just doing it to make himself look good with the higher ups. I'm not helping him with that. Right. Of course, we're all in danger. Trees are involved after all. He really won't let this go, will he? Maybe I can make this work in my favor. Okay, you know what? I'll hand over the data. But I'm only going to do so after you've helped me secure a better position in MAST. Oh, don't worry. you're just going to erase some files for me. Make sure I look good next time promotions get passed around. Wait, really? Wow. Okay.
Блять, молчаливый главный герой, это, конечно, сильно, блядь.
In the last couple of years, totally unjustified, incredibly unfair. I found a backdoor into the mass network so I could make some changes to my personnel file. But it turns out the chief engineer knows what she's doing. The only way to get access is from the terminal in her apartment, which is kind of locked. Sorry, that's not on the table. From where I'm standing, kinda seems like it is. Advancing my career is the right thing to do, so that's what I'm focused on. Yeah, maybe. Okay, look. Just hear me out, all right? I really need this to happen. If
Да
you do this for
ладно.
me, I can make it worth your while. You delete that data, I get promoted, I'm pulling in a bigger salary. I can compensate you. I'll throw in some extra credits for you, okay? A nice little bonus. But first, you need to get into the chief engineer's apartment. Fine, you win. Just get out of my sight.
Ну, отлично, не надо идти.
Stuff it.
То есть убеждать еще можно. Ну, понятно, там если прокачивать убеждения, просто, может быть, проще будут эти все вопросики. Так. Я даже сохраняться не буду.
I hope you have the data. It's really quite crucial. Wonderful. I see you have the gift of the gab. I hope that Emilio wasn't too insufferable. I'm sorry if this was complicated. I'd prefer to remain unaware of the details in the event that it comes up later, particularly in a legal setting. And I suppose I'd better verify the data to make sure Emilio didn't double-cross me. But you have once again
мог подсунуть хуйню, да, какую-то, блядь.
I'm hoping that this is the last piece I need to figure out what we can do. That is hardly reassuring. It is, in fact, the exact opposite. Still, though, thank you for your assistance.
Блять, туда-сюда. Кстати, ладно, давай, чтобы я не запутался, будем по одному так выполнять пока. Пока я набираю очки и... Очки и прокачку, чтобы потом уже в основных сюжетных заданиях хотя бы было что-то было. Мне кажется, оно тут, блядь, бесконечно будет.
Good to see you again. Can I get you something? Hey there. Always nice to see a new face. First time in New Atlantis?
Mm-hmm.
Oh boy. I didn't mean for you to take it personally. It's just something to say to customers. Break the ice. Know what I mean? Listen, you just relax. Make yourself comfortable.
Давай мы твой лед сломаем, блядь.
That work for you, new guy? Let me know if there's anything I can get you. Yep. Spaceport traffic keeps me pretty busy. But just between you and me, I've got something in the works that'll change everything. A new drink that'll make this place famous. Galaxy-wide. Well, at the moment, it's what's not in it that's an issue right now. I don't have everything for the recipe. I made a deal with a hauler to bring me some small samples of an ingredient I think will make all the difference. But it never showed up. Turns out the guy I hired was also hired by a few other folks. The kind of folks who ship less than legal cargo. Security got wind, and the whole lot was impounded. Now they're just sitting on it, taking their sweet
Блять, ну
time.
пиздежа, да, иной раз, блять, просто до хера, блять, лишнего.
I submitted all the paperwork, believe me. It won't amount to anything, but I did it. And really, I'm not even certain this is what I need to finish the recipe. I think it is. I need to get my hands on that cargo. I mean, doing something about this won't exactly be on the straight and narrow, will it? I really do. It's gonna keep me awake nights if I don't try. Before we say anything else, I am in no way asking you to do anything that might violate any of the many, many laws in place here in New Atlantis or the larger United Colonies. This is just one friend talking to another friend, asking if maybe that friend could possibly find a way to get her important cargo out of the impound. And if, hypothetically, that were done in a less than 100% legal way.
Понятно, блять, как она завуалировала, сука, блять.
You, with me on this?
Давай так ответим.
You have no idea what a relief this is. I'm obviously not expecting you or anyone to go in guns blazing and taking hostages or something. I just figure there has to be a way to get what I need. I know a few things, but not much. The cargo is being held down at the spaceport, not in the security office. Still, they use the same access cards. If you had one, it'd work. How or why you would have a UC security access card is none of my business, of course. I'm sure I'm better off not knowing. Beyond that, the ship decks over there might also be able to get in. I don't know any of them, or I'd be talking to them instead of you. No offense. Like I said, I submitted the usual security release forms. But because my cargo is tied up with a bunch of, again, totally unrelated illegal stuff, I don't expect the forms to matter at all. I went and talked to an officer at the office, too. Yumi. Sergeant, maybe? He was polite, but unhelpful. I declined to suggest that as their new slogan. New Atlantis security. Polite, but unhelpful. Truth in advertising, eh? I'm not worried. I'm annoyed. Wait, are you saying I should be worried? No, of course not. It'll be fine. Totally fine. I trust you. I'm obviously not expecting you or anyone to go in guns blazing and taking hostages or something. I'm not worried. I'm annoyed. Wait, are you saying Bit of a slow news day around here. Ah, well, speaking of news, some folks are convinced David Barron, you know, the SSN anchor, is some sort of Freestar sympathizer. Ridiculous, if you ask me. Sure, they ran a couple of stories about Aquila City that weren't totally critical, but come on. Have you ever been? It's really not that bad. Anyway, that's the sort of high-stakes stuff people talk up while waiting on a flight. So glad you asked, aren't you? I can tell.
Да уж.
Bye anytime you'd like to catch up.
Так, ладно, туда, значит, пока не пойдем. Блять, загрузки, загрузки, загрузки. Присоединяйся сейчас.
Ah, if it isn't my favorite part-time security officer. Crime has slowed down since you started helping out, which is good for morale. Yeah, we all got friends who need things, but we've also got rules and regulations, and I'm not going to bend them. Your friend can file a request like everyone else. It's a lot of work, as always. People like to say, New Atlantis is the safest city in the settled systems. How hard
Может, если работа есть, он пошлет туда, в этот.
Safety doesn't happen by accident. It takes a lot of work and a lot of people.
Так, надо уже и на сюжет идти, блядь.
Yep. Something just came in. Scuffle over at the Dawn's Roost. Security on site handled it, but now one of them is saying the other guy stole his wedding ring. Problem is, he left without identifying the perp, so I need you to talk to Royce Elgin at the Dawn's Roost. See if you can fill in the gaps. Men like him aren't very generous with their time. They want you to solve a case without ever having to lift a finger themselves. Not that he'd be much of a witness, given that he was still half drunk when he got here, and somehow even more so when he left. Sorry, wrong word. Rich people don't get drunk, they get inebriated, which is another way of saying highly unreliable. Good. Report back here when the matter's resolved. According to the patron, the ring is valuable, but if I had to guess, not for sentimental reasons. Normally, when someone loses a valuable keepsake, they're heartbroken. The way this guy was acting, it's almost as if he lost a wallet full of creds. A restaurant. In a residential district. Caters to a very fancy clientele. It's the kind of place where folks come in different sizes, depending on the food. Take care.
Блять, как же заебали эти подгрузки, блять, просто пиздец. Ну что это вот за графика, блядь? Ну что это за деревья, блядь? В 2023 году. Тот Ховарс, ну что это такое за халтура, блядь? Ой-ой-ой, так.
There is simply no parallel to the food you will find here. One taste.
A most unfortunate incident, complicated by the fact that both parties were inebriated. While I wasn't privy to the entire argument, Hugo and Octavio had been dining here together for quite some time. So, it was surprising to see them at each other's throats. Well, the one who stayed with UC Security, Octavio, is a shorter man, handsome and refined. His favorite menu item is the Saint, I believe. The other, Hugo Fournier, is a tall, slender gentleman with a French accent. Excellent tipper, well-mannered, but a bit hot-tempered. I wasn't witness to any theft, and both men were wearing rings, if I recall correctly. Oh, yes, quite often. They had a usual table over in the far corner, with all the traditional accoutrements. Music, candles, wine. You see where I'm going with this.
Пидорасы, что ли?
This time the two had barely sat down before the argument got heated. Thankfully, security stepped in before anyone got hurt. I assume that would be the slender gentleman, Hugo Fournier. He was the one who excused himself after UC security arrived. I believe he lives in Athena Tower, although he may be checking out soon. But I would start there.
The Dawn's Roost represents the highest quality, from the ingredients to the decor. No expense is spared. Anyone who has sampled our offerings will assure you it is all worth it. Right away. Enjoy the rest of your day.
Ай-яй-яй-яй-яй.
Definitely better than the last Interceptor.
But why did they replace the hunter?
Yes. Oh, I can't believe that Octavio. That liar, that manipulator, that... That lying, cheating, foul piece of Dawn Glider dropping. If I had my way, I'd tie him to the back of a ship and jump it right into the nearest star. 5 years we were together, half a decade! And he threw it all away for that waiter. It was supposed to be a romantic dinner, our last before we pledged our lives to each other. But an hour before, I decided to do some cleaning to calm my nerves. I picked up a pair of pants he left on the floor, and out falls a napkin from the Dawn's Roost with a number written on the back. To think he had the audacity to schedule a date with me at the same restaurant? I was
О, дела семейные, блядь, просто так.
I went to the date and held it together just long enough for the waiter to serve us. Then I went off. Not just dating, betrothed. And I have the engagement ring to prove it. He would say that, but as far as I'm concerned, it's my property. He gifted it to me when he proposed. It's not his to return. I don't care. I'm not giving it to you.
Да.
Well, I was going to pawn it off. But what if I don't get a good price? And every second with it is excruciating. Ugh, fine. I may be extremely agitated, but I want no part of a UC prison. Here.
Ой, так, ладно. По убеждению, даже если еще что-то получилось, блядь. Так, что у нас там по времени? Ну, почти час заняли эти все типа побочки. Но они вообще не интересны, просто вот какая-то хуйня, блядь.
What can I do for you? Ah, perfect. Did you manage to get the ring back? Excellent. I'm sure the victim will be pleased to know their property has been returned. You acquitted yourself well again. I dare say you might have a knack for police work. Here, take this. It's well deserved.
Так, 2 рубчика добавили, хорошо.
I'm starting to run out of credits to give you. Oh, yeah? All right. Take this key card. It'll get you in. But when it comes to anything that doesn't belong to your friend, keep it to looking, not...
Ну, это хоть немножко привязали.
Back to work, then.
Так, давай-ка...
Keep your nose clean. Last thing I want is to charge you for a DP in A and B, B and E, or heaven forbid in MS. But at least then we wouldn't have to worry about a VOP, am I right?
Nerd crowd right now.
For sure.
A diplomatic visa? You got to be kidding.
These 15-hour shifts are killing me.
Так, вот у него есть пропуск.
Hey, this really isn't a good place for civilians to be hanging around. There's something I can help you with? Not really sure. Whenever they get through their backlog, I guess. There a reason you're asking? Oh, security impounded a ton of cargo and didn't have storage space for it all, so we're holding on to some of it until they can run inventory. So, you need something, or...
Не трогай, говорит, ничего, я уже там спиздил что-то так.
Nice night, huh? You will be scanned as you enter the city.
Так, сохраняемся. Но я думаю, что после этого я уже спокойно пойду на сюжетное задание.
Hope life is treating you well. Let me know if I can get you anything. Hey there, new guy. Hope life is treating you well. Let me know if I can get you anything. Oh, no way. You really got it? I probably don't want to know what you did to get this, right? I mean, I want to know, but it's maybe better if I don't. I certainly hope not. This is a huge deal to me, but it's not worth either of us murdering over. Well, look, I can assure this will all be worth it in the end. Matter of fact, I'm going to let you have the first ever sample. On top of that, you get free drinks. Not like unlimited free drinks, but you want a little pick-me-up now and then? I got you covered. I need some time to work on what comes next. But this was the difficult part, I think. Really? Thank you so much. See you around.
Так. Давай я попробую его проверить, что он там обнаружил-то. Да. Может быть, конечно, по сюжету оно будет и лучше немножко, но доп-миссии здесь просто, блять, просто пиздец. Сука, на уровне, я не знаю, кого и для кого это сделано, но это просто пиздец. Ну, хоть немножко завязали их и могут говорить о переплетении и вариативности, типа, да, сюжета, что действие имеет последствия. Ну, хотя бы, блять, вот тут это можно притянуть за уши.
Again, don't tell me how you got this slate from Emilio. I don't want to know. I couldn't have gotten this slate without your help. Thank you. I need some time to verify this data, to make sure Emilio isn't trying anything funny with it.
Neither confirm or deny these rumors. SS ahead recommends that
Ой, блядь, сколько их этих бестолковых, беспонтовых миссий, блядь. Ёбаный рот, блядь. Нет, то, что добавили миссии, это, конечно, хорошо. То, что их просто от хуя, блядь. Блядь.
I'm honestly just appalled that anyone would do that.
Давай, может, сделаем какую-то одну первую миссию, я не знаю, ну это просто пиздец, блядь. Охота поисследовать космос, но пока только исследуем какой-то, блядь, беспонтовый город с заданиями, блядь, для детей, сука. Я не знаю, ну какому, ну просто пиздец. И ладно, уничтожить там корабль, ладно, это понятно, это нормально. Ладно, какое-то даже расследование провести, но, блядь, деревья, еще какая-то хуйня, блядь. Ну это мне реально напоминает Гарри Поттера, блядь, с его тоже тупорылыми, блядь, квестами некоторыми. Ну ладно, там еще хотя бы дети были, но здесь-то, сука, взрослые люди, блядь. И это реально удручает. Пока побочки здесь говно, хотя, по идее, игра должна была дать... Ну, я уж молчу о, блядь, деревьях. Это, сука, кринж. 2023 год. Ладно, беседка всегда делает какую-то квадратную, наверное, графику, блядь. Ну, то хуйня уже, блядь. То уже хуйня. Но то, что она... Сама эта игра неинтересна пока. Вставай, овца, блядь.
So, are you ready to get to work? Or was there something else? We're going to be doing some old-fashioned detective work. The artifacts are relatively inert once they're out of the That means people can pass them around, not even knowing what they are. I've been letting my contacts know to be on the lookout for strange metal objects. Get back a lot of noise, usually, but a tip from the UC Vanguard sounds promising. A volunteer force that helps defend the edges of United Colonies space. They're always looking for recruits. Lots of retired veterans and dangerous professionals mixed in with part-timers who barely have a laser cannon welded to a hull. My contact is in the recruiting office, so he hears a lot about what the volunteers are up to. Jumping to anthropology on me already? Oh, well, good. We all need our own reasons to be out there. But it's not just that. I want to take this opportunity to see how you handle yourself, and for you to learn more about us. I'm going to be sticking with you for this. We'll be traveling together until we either find an artifact or this lead runs dry.
Так,
You mean
запас.
besides the ship, the robot, and a place to stay all rent-free? We do have some funds we can disperse from time to time. Not to mention, I think we can get you a proper suit. We're explorers. We keep a lot of equipment on hand for that purpose. So the more you work with us, the more we can share what we have. We'll need to head to Mast. Check in with the Vanguard recruiting office where my contact works. And listen, whatever you were before or whatever you do once you're out there, I don't care. So long as you don't bring UC security to our doorstep. Every member of Constellation is their own conscience. Understood? Those are the rules. Advance humanity's knowledge to the best of your ability. As long as you do that, I'm not here to judge you. Now, let's you and I get
Ай,
into Mast.
блядь. Ну и глупенько это звучит.
Your father dropped by. He left a note for you. Here. I hope Barrett makes it back to us. See you later.
Так, инвентарь. Я хотел бы с тобой... Ничего срочного, но я хотел бы тебя увидеть. Блять. Не мог, блядь, на телефон позвонить, блядь. У вас в игре какой там век, блядь, какой год? Да, подгрузки это наше все, блядь. Есть мод, который это убирает, но, честно говоря, блядь, я бы хотел бы лучше мод бы на предметы. Ладно, давай я лучше поговорю с контактным лицом. Я реально не пойму, куда надо идти-то, блядь. А вот маст. Сделали хотя бы карту, блядь. Просто карту, блядь. Ага. Ага. Сука, это какой-то просто трэш, блядь, с...
Sarah, another space explorer. Hey, you ever think of joining up with the Vanguard? Help the United Colonies, earn some credits, even get your UC citizenship?
Давай.
United Colonies volunteer fleet. Independent captains enlist, get to use their own ships, and the UC provides them with sustained work and credits. And put in your time, and you're guaranteed UC citizenship and everything that comes with it. discounts on UC goods and medical services, chance to own a place in New Atlantis. Only way a foreign captain could even dream of seeing those sorts of benefits. So, you want in? All right. Can't blame me for trying, right? I mean, I still haven't given up on getting Sarah to re-enlist.
It's a game we play. He asks, I say no.
Here's what I got for you two. Vanguard volunteer by the name of Moera. Helps patrol the old neighborhood. Sol, Mars, Neptune, you know.
The Sol system? Which admiral did he upset to get that posting?
He's Martian, born and raised. Not like I can get anyone else to care. Word is he's got some fancy metal ornament he's been showing off to the old grounders. Matches that description Sarah gave me. Oh, he goes way back. Think he was recruit number 81 or something.
Yeah.
You kidding? Lowest posting request rate in the whole fleet. Only thing there the UC cares about is Mars. And no one wants to go to Mars. They want to get off Mars. Sol system is a lot of planets. But a vet like Moera will be checking in at Sidonia on the regular.
You mean hitting the bars, don't you, John?
Hey, nothing wrong with a little refresh between patrols. Yeah, bring a coloring book. You get so used to seeing red, you'll forget what blues and greens look like. You'll have to ask him, but Vanguard volunteers have retrieval rights if they get into a scrap. Wouldn't be surprised if he found it off of a pirate or something like that. It's definitely a lifestyle, burning helium out there, seeing where the stars take you. I'm serious about that recruitment offer, by the way. You just come talk to me when you're ready. UC is a good friend to have.
Been a long time since I've been to Mars. Sol system doesn't get a lot of traffic. Sure, go ahead. My parents considered themselves to be enlightened, but their lives were so busy they rarely pursued their beliefs. By the time I was old enough to start questioning these things, the idea of following any organized religion was almost an afterthought. It's not that I don't want to believe in anything, it's that my scientific mind is often at odds with my spiritual center, having been out there, in the Starfield, seeing all those magnificent wonders with my own eyes. I need answers, not religious theory. I'm sorry if that disappoints you, but don't worry. While we're on this journey together, I fully intend to respect your religious beliefs. Exploration is my entire life. I consider it both a career and recreation. That being said,
Вот сука, блядь, я ж хотел ее шпиль-виль.
you have to promise to keep it between us. Before I graduated from school, I was in a band. And no, I don't mean a school band. I mean a rock band. We called ourselves Ironic Comet. A ridiculous name, I know. But we were just a bunch of teenagers getting together and having fun. And before you ask, no, I wasn't the lead singer. I actually played the drums. The band never really went anywhere, of course, but those were good times, and I remember them fondly. You mean, apart from being the chair of Constellation for the past 5 years? Well, let's see. I pride myself on my aptitude for astrodynamics, calculating optimal trajectories for grav jumping. That's been quite useful in the past. And as far as planetary exploration, my area of expertise is botany. So, don't worry. I won't let you eat anything that might put you in the hospital. Oh, okay then. Bye-bye.
Welcome to Mast. If you have an appointment, you may proceed inside.
Что мне надо сделать-то, блядь? Кидония. Мне нужна кидония, блядь, какая-то, блядь. Так. Не, ну все, конечно, хорошо, но я что-то не могу въехать, блядь. Так, ну может быть отсюда я как-то быстрее куда-то попаду, блядь. Какую-то кидонию. Или что мне надо сделать там, блядь? Космодром, космопорт. Кстати, выйдет скоро City Skylines 2. Залипательная, конечно, градосимулятор.
I've flown across most of the settled systems in all manners of spacecraft, and yet I still get sick on the gnat. Oh, I've always liked that statue. It's beautiful, isn't it? I wonder what the artist was trying to represent.
Ах, мне надо улететь отсюда. Ну, ясен хуй, блядь, ладно. Давай полетим отсюда.
Right, Captain. Where are we headed next?
I like the way you've decorated your ship. Taste is very interesting. I look forward to returning to civilization.
This is a nice ship. You're very lucky.
Так, погоди, а чё тогда за задание? Стоять. Поселенцы. Давай я вот это возьму. Вот это возьму. Раз ты уже, сука, здесь, блядь, безбилетные пассажиры. Так, ну чё, прыгаем. Так, взлет. Так, давай этих товарищей-то доставлю. Ага, вот сюда. Ага. Ну давай посмотрим, что там такое-то. Ну? Так, я что-то нихуя не пойму, блядь. Я нихуя не пойму. Так, как вид сменить? Так что за хуйня? Чё он не перемещается, блядь? Блядь, какой-то пиздец, блядь. Я не пойму, что надо сделать? Алло. Не, ну серьезно, как, блядь? Так, давай-ка... Блядь. Это просто какой-то пиздец. Это просто какой-то пиздец, блядь. Ага, стой, подожди, может быть, допустим... Ни хрена себе.
Hey, contact Charlie 3. That's you. Charlie, nice to meet you. Bye, Charlie 3. Hi. Just doing my daily paying it forward. Avoid the Altair system. Like big time. Sure. So, I'm doing my rounds, pick up supply drops, and I grab into the Altair system, and oh boy, spacers all over the damn place. There, distress call, yammering nonstop. Something big's going down there, and all of us with no skin in the game, best we just give it a wide berth. Am I right? Oh, it sounded bad. Real bad. But I had my own problems. I had to plot a course out before the spacers took out my grav drive. Sorry, I'm just not constitutionally capable of the big space fight thing. I skedaddled as soon as my grav drive could spin up. But, yeah, lucky. Bye, Charlie 3. You've been like the best Charlie 3 I talked to all week.
Так. А теперь давай-ка... Куда мне надо? Так, куда мне надо там было? Ай, блядь, как же это сделано через жопу, просто через жопу. Киля. Ой, блядь, ну сука, ну кто делал эту ебучую хуйню, блядь, просто, сука, долбоёб, блядь, конченый, блядь. Кассиопея, блядь. Это пиздец, я ёбнусь нахуй, стакнуть, блядь, ну это надо так себе голову ломать, чтобы эту хуйню, блядь, просто, Я не знаю, R нажал, блядь. Ну что, туда приземлиться, что ли, блядь? Так, граждане, за проезд оплачиваем, блядь. Так, давай-ка... Так, ну я же в скафандре и во всех делах. Подожди-ка. Ну, я же весь там Всем привет, 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 привет. Спасибо большое. Экстремальный холод. Защита костюма ослаблена. Гражданская застава. Ну давай я сюда. Так, теперь-ка давай-ка мне... Сейчас. Не знаю, нахуя я это, блядь, делаю, но... Блядь, ну зачем-то делаю. Ну, тупость полная, блядь.
I'm proud of what we've built here. Not everyone wants to live in a flashy city. I thought help would never come, but...
Ё твою мать, да какая помощь?
Back from a supply run, a massive storm swept through our area. We were right in the thick of it.
Ай-яй-яй-яй.
It wasn't until we made it back that we realized that one of our crew was still out there. She must have gotten hit in all of the chaos. We need you to bring...
Блин, ну скучная игра, конечно, немножко. Немножко нудная, немножко скучная.
I knew it. We can't thank you enough. Right, back to it.
А как заправить свой этот дренолет, блядь?
If you've got credits, I've got supplies.
Ага.
Check out the food I'm selling. I bet you're hungry after. It's nice and quiet. Perfect for a poet like me.
Поэт ты херов. Так, ну, надо, наверное, в фифу начинать играть, потому что... это просто...
Here's what I've got.
Ай-яй-яй. Так, а мне у него ничего не надо.
Well, gotta go. Bye.
You should say hello to the kids. Keeping this place running is no easy feat. This outpost was founded by a group of traveling merchants. They used to stop in this area to rest on long trips through the space lanes. After a while, they decided to make things permanent and settled down here. And who can blame them? This is a gorgeous spot. If you're looking for odd jobs, the mission board inside is a good place to start. There are lots of contract jobs available there.
Понятно.
As for helping out here, just do me a favor and give any farming robots you see a solid kick to the chassis. They're old models. They barely wake anymore. Goodbye. Being a homesteader is a hard life, but...
You made a big mistake.
Блять. Да блять, сука, да ш... Пиздец. Сука, да ты будешь стрелять хоть куда-нибудь? Так, тихо, 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 тихо.
I'm fine. I think.
I'm sure they had something we can use.
You just killed that person in cold blood. Are you insane?
You're dead!
I can't see!
Блять, да что за, сука, управление? Просто говна кусок, блять. Блять, ну какой долбоеб это сделал? Просто так стоять. Мне нехуй с ними там особо драться так. Блять, стрельба просто кусок говна, блять. Я не знаю, зачем я это делаю, но, блядь.
It's hard to stay informed out here, but I've learned not to miss it. Am I ever... We were out on, but it wasn't until... She must have got... I can't believe we ran into you. Time to get back to it.
Так, я думаю, тут надо сохраниться.
Any junk weighing you down? I buy just about... You're my 5th customer this month. I think that's the record. It's nice. The people... Thanks for the chat.
Главное не пиздить у них там внутри все.
Counting on you. Folks like you, don't you? I used to work for huge industries. Only am I glad to be out of the rat race.
Now that I've lived here for a few years, I can't imagine going back to Gugam. I've been here from the beginning. Sometimes I wonder what life would be like if I never moved away from New Atlantis.
Our shop has plenty of goods in stock. You're welcome to take a look. It does me good to see a new face every now and then. I think we're all set. Everyone pulls their weight. But if you're there... All right. Bye.
Nice suit. Please, stay safe out there.
Так, главное у них не красть. Помощь со значками. Ага. Так, где карта, блядь? Да. Я ж переместился на корабль, не? Ну что за нахуй хуйня, блядь? Что, блядь, за, сука, ебанутость?
Welcome to UC Space. Maintain your current course while we scan your ship's cargo. You're cleared to land. Enjoy your stay at Sidonia.
Так. Это пиздец. Это, сука, пиздец какой-то, блядь. Какой-то, сука, трэш. Просто ебучий, блядь. Давай сейчас у этого спросим, короче. И, ну, потому что я не вывезу такую, блядь. Такое мозгоебство, блядь. Просто мозгоебство. Как можно заправить эту залупу, блядь? Где механик? Я что-то механиков не вижу, вот в упор просто. Блять.
Oh, what a lovely view of the Martian sky. Frankly, I'm a bit surprised to find such a delightful spot in this rather dry city.
Ну они тут что-то добывают. Ну вот тут не механик ли случайно? Техник.
Five figures? Five? Fine. Do it. I'll be at the bar. Find me when it's done.
We're on it, sir. Sorry, we stand clear, please. Fast removal in progress. Watch your step.
Got anything you need to offload? Trade Authority is always buying. Kiosk right here for you.
Осматривать и изменять свои корабли. Так. Так. Ракета. Ваш кредит 32 рубля. Так. Ракета B2, да? Ага. Автопушка Мюллер. Ох, тут стоимость уже. Вот, щит надо.
Looks to me like you're already in pretty good shape.
Вот теперь там надо понять, заправлен мой корабль или нет. По идее, как бы ж должен быть, да.
Building Sidonia completely underground was a clever way of keeping the city shielded from the harsh Martian landscape.
Да, Тодушка, сделал ты немножечко непонятную, блядь, на хуеверченную систему, где можно было сделать немножечко все проще. Либо дать выбор, блядь, игрокам. Более аркадная или более симуляция. Ну, это просто пиздец. Ну, пока что-то найдешь, что-то разберешься, ты ёбнешься тут, блядь. Ну, реально, ну, блядь.
Keep it simple, which means there's always going to be plenty of work. And everyone will be happy. Plenty. But if I went blabbing them to any rando that walks into my bar, no one would ever tell me anything around here. You don't do this job for 45 years by losing your customers' trust. You're right, because I'm not telling you jack shit.
Сука, пидор,
You'd be
блядь.
wise to stick a beer in your mouth and mind your own damn business because I don't put up with this sort of drama. You ain't been around. Went off on patrol. Hasn't been back in since. We're starting to think it might be time to pour one out to the blackest sea. You got another word for it?
He means outer space.
Ma'am. Believe me, I've heard it. After about round 3 or 4 was all he would talk about. And he's got a voice that carries. Look, nothing more I'd love than to help out a fellow Martian. Especially one that's missing. But...
Ой, какое же говно, блядь.
It's a lot of credits, okay? I'll let it slide for a long time because he's a regular, but if I'm out all that money, I got problems. What do you say? Come on. Life on Sidonia ain't hard enough. You gonna guilt trip me? Yeah, I get your point.
Сука.
I want him found. I do. All right, I'll give up. Just trying to earn a living here. Last time he was here, Moera kept yelling about the Lady of Love. Singing songs. All that kind of thing.
Venus? That's only one planet. Hardly an entire patrol route.
I got what I got, okay?
Fine. We'll make do.
Так, а вот теперь-ка давай-ка мы посмотрим не это. Давай-ка мы посмотрим, посмотрим. Механический завод на Марсе. Слушай, а могу я куда-нибудь... Так, они предлагают перейти мне на Венеру, а я хотел бы еще посмотреть, что там есть на Марсе, блядь. Или уже доделать это задание, господа, ну кто как. Холодно, так, СО2. Просто интересно, блядь, что там такое?
There's a non-zero chance that this planet once thrived with life. amazing, isn't it?
Warning. Please do not interfere with my tasks.
I'm fresh. Hope you're not looking for anything fancy. I only carry the... I like him. He's a funny guy, and he knows a ton about geology. He's not exactly hard on the eyes, either. But don't tell him I said that. I don't want to make things weird. If you have credits, I have merchandise.
Давай ему что-то продам. Скафандр шахтера. Рейдерский ранец. Так.
Looking for something specific?
Я даже не знаю, стоит ли это покупать.
Stay safe out there.
I'm glad someone came along. We could really use your help.
Сколько тут дадут заданий, это просто пиздец. Сколько мы будем проходить эту игру, господа, я даже не знаю. На ней надо просто реально сосредотачиваться и так.
Oh, that's great. Thank you.
Давай-ка я, наверное, так. Хотя бы можно так, хотя бы 25 раз не...
Hello, what do we have here? See that cluster of ships? Varun zealots. You ever run into one? Completely devoted to a deity they call the Great Serpent. The devourer of the unbelievers. I'll let you guess what happens if they spot us. House Varun technically has diplomatic ties to the other factions, but the zealots are outside of their control. Or so they say.
Да уж.
No other ship readings in the area. And I doubt they'd be so calm if a vanguard had flown by recently. No, but I think I see something else that might. There's a UC satellite beacon hovering distressingly close to those Varun ships. If we can get close enough to it, we could download its logs and figure out where our vanguard was heading to next.
Давай как раз.
3 ships to hour 1. We cut down to minimal ship power and creep forward. They might not notice us getting closer. But yes, worst case, we fight our way through.
Угу. Так, а как тогда к нему так подлететь?
Oh, great serpent, bless this communion that we may walk in Janan Verun's footsteps. That he jumped from the soul system out into the beyond and touched your magnificence. That he learned the truth of the shrouding, the coming eternal embrace. That you will reward the promised and cast the accursed into shadow.
Так, а давай-ка я сохраню здесь. Так, ладно. Ну, давай попробуем. У меня мощность стоит минимально. Вот эта хуйня, мне кажется, прицел вообще перемещается в 30 кадров, блядь.
An offering for the great serpent. You are nothing more than an offering.
Я нихуя не пойму, как надо, что надо. У них 14 левел. Может быть, это очень много, я хуй его знает. А может просто пойти им на весь пиздюлины. Да, какая-то хуйня явно. Так, ну чё-то не получается, поэтому, господа, друзья хорошие, на этом я, наверное, сохранюсь. И мы с вами закончим, и скоро начнем просто играть в футбол. Потому что нервы на Starfield надо иметь железные, честно говорю. Пока, адьос, амигос.